In the midst of the morning rush, it's easy to get lost in tasks and obligations. The alarm clock goes off, and in the blink of an eye, we are jumping out of bed, trying to remember everything we need to do. A hurried breakfast, the scramble to get dressed, and the endless to-do list starting to form in our minds. Often, this rush comes with a feeling of anxiety, as if each day is a battle to be fought. Have you ever stopped to think about how the start of your day can shape the rest of it? When we don't take a moment for ourselves first thing in the morning, we risk allowing stress and pressure to define our state of mind. It's as if each new dawn is just another page in a book that is already written, with no room for new stories. But what if instead we could transform each morning into a new opportunity? What if we started the day with a deeper connection, something that brings us peace and clarity, allowing the rest of the day to flow more harmoniously? How do you feel when you wake up? Is it a desire to rush or a longing for calm? As we look at our daily lives, it is essential to understand that we have the choice of how we want to begin. Dedicating the first moments of the day to reflection and spiritual connection can be the key to transforming not only our mornings, but our entire lives. In this video, we will explore together how starting the day in the presence of something greater can bring us blessings, renewal, and the strength needed to face the challenges ahead. The journey that begins when we wake up can be filled with meaning, and we have the opportunity to shape it with intention and love. When we talk about the start of the day, it is natural to reflect on the importance of renewal and hope. Often we are confronted with challenges that can make us feel overwhelmed and discouraged. Modern life presents us with a series of pressures, from professional commitments to personal demands, which can leave us exhausted even before we start. However, the beauty of dawn is that it brings with it the promise of a new beginning, a chance to start over. In this context, we find a powerful passage in the Scriptures that reminds us of God's faithfulness and mercies. In Lamentations chapter 3, verses 22 and 23, we read, "The Lord's mercies are the reason we are not consumed, because His mercies have no end. They are renewed every morning. Great is your faithfulness." These words resonate deeply, especially when we consider how each day is a new opportunity. The mercies that are renewed with each dawn invite us to view the day ahead as a gift. When we wake up, we have the chance to leave behind the accumulated worries and anxieties and open our hearts to hope and renewal. The interpretation of this passage teaches us that, regardless of the circumstances we face, there is always space for a fresh start and transformation. Just as mornings bring light, life also offers us opportunities to renew our attitudes and the way we face challenges. By starting the day with gratitude and an awareness of the mercies around us, we can confront adversities with a new perspective. In such a busy world, we often forget that we have the power to shape our day. We can choose how to react to the situations that arise. By recharging our spiritual energy early in the morning, we equip ourselves with the strength necessary to deal with challenges while maintaining inner peace. Therefore, upon waking, remember, each day is a new chance. May we connect with this truth and allow the Lord's mercies to guide us in every step we take. Spending the first moments of the day in spiritual connection is a practice that can completely transform our daily experience. Upon waking, it is common to feel overwhelmed by a flood of obligations and concerns. However, if we take some time for reflection and spirituality, we can find a space of peace that prepares us to face what lies ahead. A fundamental principle of this practice is the idea that our morning thoughts shape our actions and reactions throughout the day. When we start the day with a positive and intentional mindset, we create a solid foundation for the decisions we make. Think of your morning as a blank canvas. By choosing what to paint on it, you determine not only the colors, but also the image you wish to create. One practical way to implement this is to establish a morning routine that includes moments of silence, reading inspiring texts, or even a brief prayer. For example, upon waking, instead of immediately grabbing your phone or diving into social media, how about starting with a few minutes of deep breathing? This helps calm the mind and center the heart. Next, you can read a verse or a passage from a book that inspires your journey. This simple practice can bring clarity and focus, allowing you to face the day with a lighter attitude. Another practical application is to reflect on your intentions for the day. What do you wish to cultivate? What values do you want to guide your interactions? By setting these intentions early in the morning, you create a roadmap that guides your choices, helping to avoid impulsive or negative reactions. For example, if you wish to be more patient, Keep that in mind throughout the day and seek opportunities to exercise that virtue, especially in challenging situations. Thus, as we begin the day in the presence of something greater, we align our hearts and minds, allowing peace and clarity to accompany us. This practice not only strengthens us, but also empowers us to face challenges with a new perspective. Therefore, take some time upon waking to connect, reflect, and set your intentions. This may be the key to a day filled with blessings and meaningful achievements. When we think about starting the day with a deeper connection, a story that inspires us is that of the manna in the desert. The people of Israel, after fleeing slavery in Egypt, found themselves in a vast and inhospitable desert. Without food, anxiety began to take over, and many wondered how they would survive. In their haste, they started to complain and question whether they would have been better off in slavery than facing the uncertainty of the desert. In this desperate scenario, God sent manna, a special food that fell from the sky every morning. In Exodus chapter 16, verse 14, we read, "And every day at dawn, the manna fell on the ground." This detail is surprising. Every day at dawn. This not only shows God's constant provision, but also an important lesson about trusting in what comes with each new day. The beauty of this account lies in how it reflects the need to trust that we will have what we need, one day at a time. The manna was not meant to be stored. Each person was to collect only enough for the day. This teaches us the importance of living in the present, not burdening ourselves with future worries. Like the Israelites, we often get caught up in the anxiety of what is to come, forgetting that true strength and sustenance come from being present and connected to what is essential. Today we can apply this lesson in our lives. As we begin the morning, we can remember that each day brings its own blessings and challenges. Instead of getting lost in worries, how about focusing on the provision offered to us with each dawn? Just like the manna, may we seek what we need for the day, trusting that wisdom and strength will be at our disposal, as long as we are open to receiving them. Therefore, when you wake up, remember, each new day is a new chance to gather your blessings, connect with what truly matters, and live with gratitude, knowing that the journey is made one day at a time. May we find inspiration in the story of the manna and trust that, just as God cared for his people in the desert, he also cares for us in our own journeys. I want to share a story about a friend with you. It was an ordinary morning, but for her, everything felt heavy. The alarm went off, and as she opened her eyes, a wave of fatigue washed over her. Daily worries bombarded her. Work, bills, family. While getting ready, her mind was far away, lost in a whirlwind of thoughts. It was then, as she passed through the living room, that she noticed a small Bible on the table. Something urged her to pick it up. She sat in a chair, took a deep breath, and opened the pages. The words began to dance before her eyes, and for a moment, everything seemed to calm down. She remembered a passage that always touched her. "Do not be anxious about anything." Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. The simple reading made her reflect on how she spent her mornings, always rushing, without making room for the peace she could find. "Why can't I start the day differently?" she thought. So she decided that on that day, she would do something special. She got up, prepared a cup of tea, and sat down again. With each sip, she felt the anxiety melting away. She closed her eyes and began to speak. These weren't elaborate words, just a sincere dialogue. She expressed gratitude for the little things, for the sun beginning to shine, for the chance of a new day, for the strength she felt just being there in that moment. Throughout the morning, something changed within her. The feeling of relief accompanied her as she prepared to face the day. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, she found strength in her new perspective. With every task she accomplished, gratitude became her companion. This simple change in her morning routine brought an unexpected transformation. In the following weeks, whenever she woke up, she dedicated a few minutes to reflect and pray. Morning ceased to be a battlefield and became a sacred space where she found clarity and renewal. The lesson she learned was powerful. By making space for spirituality, even for a few minutes, she not only shaped her day but also her life. When we dedicate time to connect with something greater, we find peace and strength to face any challenge. Therefore, may we draw inspiration from this story and remember that each morning is a new opportunity to connect and renew our intentions. Now, I invite you to take a moment for yourself. to breathe and reflect on the day ahead. Gently close your eyes and take a deep breath, feeling the air entering and leaving your lungs. Imagine that with each breath, you are connecting with the hope and renewal that each morning brings. Think about the intentions you wish to cultivate today. What would you like to bring into your life on this day, even in the face of challenges you might encounter? You might ask yourself, what blessings do I want to recognize throughout the day? How can I remain open to receive what life offers me? Imagine yourself walking lightly, allowing peace to fill your heart. Remember that each morning is a new chance to start over. As you open your eyes, carry this intention and connection with you. May today's journey be guided by gratitude and the awareness that you are in the presence of something greater, ready to embrace the opportunities that arise. Today, as you begin this new day, I want to take a moment to connect and share a prayer of gratitude and supplication. I feel the importance of recognizing the small gifts that life offers me while also asking for the necessary guidance for what is to come. Dear God, at this dawn, I come to you with a grateful heart. Thank you for granting me the opportunity to wake up and live another day. I am thankful for the little things that often go unnoticed. The warmth of the sun, the song of the birds, and the simple fact of having a fresh start. May I never lose the ability to see the beauty in the small blessings that surround me. However, I also come to you with an open heart, acknowledging my weaknesses and anxieties. Sometimes I feel the weight of worries pressing down on me, and it's easy to be overwhelmed by stress. I confess that in moments of pressure, I may forget to seek the peace that comes from you. Help me to remember that with each new day, your mercies are renewed, and that I can leave my worries at your feet. I ask for wisdom to face the challenges that may arise today. May I act with patience and love, even in difficult situations. Help me to keep my heart and mind open to the opportunities that present themselves, and may I be a channel of blessings for those who cross my path. Grant me the courage to move forward, even when uncertainty surrounds me. On this day, may I cultivate gratitude in every moment, remembering that even in difficulties, there is always something to be thankful for. May my journey today be guided by your presence, and may I reflect the light of your love in my interactions. May each of us carry this intention of gratitude and wisdom throughout the day, allowing our connection with you to strengthen and guide us. At the end of this video, it is essential to remember that each new day brings the opportunity for renewal and transformation. Starting the morning with a clear intention, seeking a moment of spiritual connection, can shape not only our day, but also how we face life's challenges. Remember that mercies are always available, offering strength and hope. May you see each dawn as a gift and an invitation to cultivate gratitude, even in the little things. I challenge you to take a few minutes on your next morning to reflect on your intentions and allow peace to enter your heart. May the blessings of the day illuminate your path, and may you be a source of inspiration for those around you. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and share this message with someone who might benefit from it. In the comments, tell us, how do you plan to start your day more intentionally? We look forward to hearing your experiences.